Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Wednesday, June 19th, 2024. I'm Reverend Dr. Darrell Watkins, the Senior Minister here at Sunshine Cathedral.
I am Reverend Dr. Robert Griffin, the Executive Minister. Faith and religion can be complicated for the LGBTQ plus community. Surveys show that evangelical faith is the justification for the greatest attacks on the LGBTQ plus community.
I am Reverend Kevin Tisdall, the Minister of Education. The Queer God Squad is going to explore our religious community. Let's explore the big news of the day and what it means to you.
I am Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, the Minister of Connections. This is live, and then we are available on demand. We are available on all smart televisions and your favorite social media.
Surveys show that religious faith and church are the main causes of trauma in the LGBTQ plus community. At Sunshine Cathedral, we're here to tell you that you're God's miracle, not God's mistake. This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. Fans defend Dolly Parton's inclusive faith after conservative backlash. Dolly Parton's fiercely loyal fan base, I'm part of it, has rallied in her defense following a controversial essay by the conservative news site Federalist. The article titled, "There's Nothing Loving About Dolly Parton's False Gospel," criticized Parton's religious stance and support for the LGBTQ plus community. Writer Ericka Andersen argued that Parton isn't a real Christian because she doesn't condemn homosexuality, accusing the country music icon of inconsistency in her faith. Parton's fans were quick to respond, defending her inclusive views and unwavering support for the LGBTQ plus community. The backlash made Andersen regret her choice of using Parton as an example. She soon admitted to Yahoo, "We all make poor choices in how to frame things sometimes. This was one of those moments for me. Dolly is one of the few people who is beloved by all and who loves all. The world is lucky to have her." In 2023 interview with The Guardian, Parton addressed her religious beliefs and LGBTQ plus support, stating, "I ain't that good a Christian to think I am so good that I can judge people. That's God's job, not mine." She emphasized the importance of love and acceptance, regardless of one's background or identity. Parton's fans have made it clear they stand firmly behind her inclusive message and won't tolerate attacks on her faith. That's good. I'm glad that that she's been such a loving and supportive ally. I'm glad that people are being her ally. So that bit of mutuality there. I love Dolly Parton. I'm from a mountainous region. I'm from the foothills of the Ozarks. We call it the Ouachita Mountains because we think they are mountains, but they're the foothills of the Ozarks. Don't tell anybody we're from that. We're just the foothills of the Ozarks. But anyway, I'm from a mountainous region. She's from the Smoky Mountains. I grew up watching her on TV when she was on Porter Wagner's show. Do you remember the Porter Wagner show? When she was the spokesperson for Breeze detergent. They had towels in them. You can't buy them. You can only get them in boxes of Breeze. She had her own variety show. I'm a lifelong fan of Dolly Parton. And then when she came out later as being so supportive of the LGBT community, that just made me love her even more. She writes a song a day, and she's in her late 70s. So how many songs must that be? I mean, she writes, she's one of the most prolific and also generous. There's at least 3 major charities that she basically supports single-handedly, that she keeps them going. And a lot of it's around education, and especially education in poor rural areas. She was one of 14 children in like a 4 or 5 room house. And so she knows what it's like to be resource deprived, and now she uses her resources to help other people. She doesn't say mean things about people. She's affable, she's fun, she's loving. When she brings on people on her show, she says something affirming and about each and every one of them. When she was here in Fort Lauderdale knowing that a lot of her audience was gay, she brought on a dancer. I think he maybe had on a tank top or something. Anyway, she just says, "Amy, pretty boys." and then she followed up and said, "And Amy, pretty girls." So she did it to everybody. But that's just her. And she just makes it so easy. And that anyone would think that was not Christian. That's how toxic contemporary Western, especially American Christianity has become, at least as is presented by the loudest people, this is obviously not, a lot, even maybe half the people, but it's enough of the people that they control the narrative, and that this example of love and kindness and generosity, that's not Christian, because there's a group she doesn't condemn. Because there's something that people loving and being together and just wanting their rights, that somehow she doesn't oppose that, so she's not Christian. Well, if Dolly's not Christian, I don't want to be one. If Dolly's not Christian, I refuse to be one. So it's a ridiculous thing that's where we've come to with the faith tradition that we're trying to redeem, because it has become so hateful, it has become so ugly, it has become sort of a mascot of the powerful instead of a comfort and liberating tool for the powerless. And so I believe Dolly, people like Dolly Parton and Jimmy Carter, these are ideal Christians. Oprah, I think these are ideal Christians. And if they're not, I want to be whatever they are, and these other so-called Christians can have it.
All right. What struck me as interesting was how quickly the woman accusing Dolly of being not such a Christian, how quickly she had to backtrack. Because people recognize that that's the kind of Christian that you want to be, like Dolly. You want to be the person who reaches out, who supports nonprofits, who does so much really great work. And the backlash, the immediate backlash, she had to backtrack very, very quickly.
Very quickly. Even on her conservative site.
Yes.
She's that was the Federalist. She's also been on the Wall Street Journal and various just online things.
Okay.
But she has. I found a quote, one of her most recent from an article. This is her. So this is who she is. So this is wasn't a one-off. This is her shtick. The progressive need for a cause. The progressive need for a cause explains such unlikely phenomena as queers for Palestine. Queer people are people, and people tend to care about, if they're good people, care about other people. So yes, there are queer people who, maybe they're Jewish, maybe their friends are Jewish. They're very supportive of Israel, but they're very conflicted about this, because about this, that government has overreached. And so, and at the same time, whether you're pro-Israel or not, you are anti people just being bombed and displaced and starved. So of course queer people are concerned about Gaza, but she has made this be like, we're so desperate for cause that we're making these non-people pretend to care about. I assume that she's a Christian nationalist / Zionist, and so it's all about pitting people against each other or whatever. But of course, queer people care about Gaza, and queer people cared about the Holocaust, and queer people care about 9/11, and queer people care about hurricanes, and of course, queer people care about hurting people. What is sad is that there's a certain kind of conservative and a certain kind of Christian that makes you think that there's something wrong with that.
Yeah.
That compassion is way outdated, and that kindness is way old school, and that get hip, y'all. It's time for real Christians to stand up and not give a shit about anybody.
See, that's the point that I don't understand. We are supposed to love our fellow humans. I'm telling you.
Wow.
At this point, that's almost.
Hold my beer. For that one, yeah, I had to duck for that one.
At this point, that's almost the way it feels. Anytime somebody expresses any kind of compassion, they are immediately labeled snowflake. Woke. Oh, I so dislike that word, woke. I think that we all need to be a little woke.
How about that? I love it. I want to be the wokest. I want to be woker.
Because it's just ridiculous that we today in 2024, are still trying to separate people instead of helping them learn how to live with each other.
Who benefits
with
from that?
Their differences.
Who benefits from the divisions? Who benefits from that?
Oh gosh, yes.
Somebody's making money off it.
I was going to say, it's all about money. It's all about being, in Ericka's case, being a lightning rod to bring attention to herself with something negative.
Yeah.
She can do it just as well, and she proves that she can do it when she had to backtrack almost immediately and say, my God, Dolly is such a wonderful person.
We're lucky to have her.
I don't know how we live without her. That
was,
just shows you her baloney.
yeah, the hypocrisy. Yeah, Dolly was gum stuck on the bottom of her shoe before,
Yeah.
and now we're so lucky to have her.
Oh my
She's
God.
Dolly.
She's just an angel
This
without
thing.
wings.
It's Dolly Parton, y'all. Just get
Exactly.
over it.
Just get over
Get
it.
over it, you know.
Yep.
And for some of these folks, Jesus himself could bring you a glass of water and you wouldn't take it.
That's right.
So it doesn't make a difference how much the left continues to talk about love, coming together, unity. The right will always find something wrong with it as to why it should not happen from anybody.
Yep.
So
But the kindness would be a left issue or a right issue.
you would think they only
right?
kind of their
Yeah,
own
imagine
people. They're only kind of their own people, and everybody else is going to hell. Well, they may want to take a look in the mirror, because if you look at these principles around love and honoring people for what they're doing, come on, get with it. You know, and I think that's the thing that bugs me most. The more we talk about love, coming together, unity, accepting each other, understanding each other, working together, this side of, oh, nope, that's an agenda. Oh, that's a woke thing. Oh, that's a progressive thing. Didn't do something yourself and shut the fuck up.
You are just bleeding woke all over this table. We're gonna have to wash the table now. You're just bleeding woke all over it.
There was, oh my goodness, talking about woke. I had a thought, and you know, sometimes it goes away. I'll come back to it.
Fair enough.
And we on the left care about senile dementia. Oh, you got it.
I give up.
Oh. So, yeah, we are firmly on Dolly's side.
Absolutely.
You don't get to talk no mess about Dolly. She's too good to too many people to let us be silent when someone's being mean to her. It's just uncalled for. She's never mean to anybody, and and spends all of her. I mean, she's a very lucky, fortunate person, and she uses that to help other people. I think in her county, 30 years ago or something, like the dropout rate was huge, and because of her single-handedly, it's down to like 6%.
Yeah.
I mean, she may or may not be a Christian, but whatever she is, that's what we need, and that's what I want to be. Well, that's today with the Queer God Squad. We want to thank you for joining us. We're here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ plus community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's largest progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together, and we are all in this together. Remember that.
You are God's miracle, not God's mistake.
Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.